VanCam. This is VanCam you waited for. Yeah? Carry on like that, Steve. You'll get Zlatan and Eric Bailly wrapped around that massive forehead of yours. Guess who's back in the house with one of those things for the mouse? Yay! It's Kev Ashford here, it's VanCam. I'm back from my holiday in Ireland. I know, how do I get away with it? You know, flying off in the plane, having a great time in these lovely places around the world. How are you? I'm back. Few people having a meltdown last week, 3 to be precise. Could have not believed that VanCam was happening on a Friday, but I'm back to cheer you up. So, since I was in Ireland, United are top of the league. United have won both games 4-0. I know what you're thinking, Kev, why didn't you stay in Ireland? We might win it 4-0 again this week, but I had to return at some stage. Zlatan Ibrahimovic has re-signed for Manchester United. This can only be positive, can't it, surely? Get in the comments, let me know what you think. This just makes our squad even stronger. Lukaku's been on fire, United in general, and Nemanja Matic. Remember the other week I was saying when he signed, people underwhelmed, you know, why do we want a Chelsea reject? Not in that voice, but, you know, he's a quality player. And I said, if we sign him, he's going to sit in there, he'll get forward as well, but he's going to allow Pogba and whoever the other person chosen in the centre of the park to bomb forward, and that's exactly what happened. What has happened? Pogba scored 2 goals. Everything is looking rosy. Like I say, adding to that, Ibrahimovic has re-signed. It's happy times at Manchester United at the minute. So, like I said, let me know what you're saying. Let me know what you're thinking. Today's show is action-packed. It's filled full of shit. Obviously I'm having my say now on the match. Next up we'll take a look at what bushy-haired titface has been up to Fellaini. We'll move on to what did Kev say, the little game. We will have extensive research from the Louis van Gaal final facts. It's down there. That'll have everything you need to know about the Leicester game, so we'll be looking up to that. And as usual, your comments at the end. A bee, is it? A fly? It's nothing. It's alright. I think it was a fly. Yeah, right, might have caught that on the camera there flying in, whatever the fuck it was. If I shout out in a minute, I've probably been stung, but I'll take one for the VanCam team anyway. Like I said, happy times at the minute. We're top of the league, and hopefully we can do the business on Saturday. Kev will be at Old Trafford, yeah? Oh yeah, top red, top red. Yes. I'm really happy with the way things are going. Lindelof, a lot of people speculating about him. Is he ready? Is he not? Mourinho does this with his signings. Look at Mkhitaryan. He did it. He's done it with Martial. He's getting the best out of these players now. Martial's come off the bench twice and scored 2 goals. Mkhitaryan is pulling the strings, feeding the ball through. You know, am I bothered? He's assisting everyone, and that's what he does. He's quality at it, and United are really clicking. I will say one thing, I'm not going to get too overexcited. I'm not going to be turning up at Old Trafford, you know, welcoming the team bus like a certain club from up there, you know, over side of the M62 we're doing, shouting, we're gonna win the league, in Scouse accents. You know I painted the picture, you know what I'm on about. But we know, we won the Premier League a shitload of times, we know not to get carried away, but the signs are good. I know last season we started alright first few games, but we don't really play anyone, you know, out the top sort of 4 until about October time, is it? So if we can get on a run of games here, teams are already dropping points around us who are going to be in the mix. You would say City would be, Tottenham, Arsenal, Chelsea. You know, they've all dropped points already. I won't mention Liverpool because they'll be, you know, battling for the Europa League, Cup places or whatever. But let me know what you're thinking. Like I said, Kev's happy. Kev's back in one piece from Ireland. Didn't even really recharge the batteries. You know, trips to Ireland, if anything, the batteries explode and you have to go and try and find new ones. And once you find them, you have to recharge them when you get home, and that's what I've done. Let's get a look at what my favourite, least favourite Manchester United player has been up to this week. It's Marouane Fellaini, and this is a little part of the show that we call Fellaini Watch.
McTominay has it for United. Looking for Fellaini.
Fellaini Watch.
Yes, this is Fellaini Watch, And this is the part of the show where we look at what that useless, bushy-haired piece of lanky street bastard, boggle-eyed fuckdog has been up to. Anyway, we've had back-to-back wins, so we're all delighted, but it didn't go unnoticed that Fellaini coming on at this key stage of the game sees United go on a rampant goal-scoring spree. Against West Ham, he come on, we scored 2, and against Swansea, he come on and we scored 3. Would I be correct in saying? Think I am. Yeah, but was it a coincidence or is it down to Fellaini? My mate in the WhatsApp group, the private chat, Gavin Cassidy, copied the stats in, and he said that basically I'd be eating a bit of humble pie. Alright, Gov, calm it down. I'm going to have my say now, and this is why I think United are scoring goals when Fellaini comes on. So I think it's a stroke of genius by Jose Mourinho. This is where he's earning his corn. This is where top managers earn the dough. We're winning these games, but we're not really seeing them out. So what does he do? He creates total pandemonium between the players, and basically bringing Fellaini on is like having a player sent off. You're playing with 10 men. You've got Paul Pogba looking, thinking, oh no, you know, we're gonna have to step the game up here, lads. And then you've got Lukaku, you know, he's, Jesus Christ, boss, what are you trying to do? We're going to have to really step it up, mate. And then, you know, even Matic in the middle, you know, he's probably in the middle and he's like, what are we going to do here? Yeah, but the point of this is that the players are having to step up and give 150% with 15 minutes of the game left. And this is where these goals are flying in, because they're stepping the game up. They don't want to give Fellaini the ball. They know that they're, you know, unhinged. They're playing with basically 10 men. Like I said earlier, I don't know how many times to say it, but all I can say is, what an absolute masterstroke by Jose Mourinho. He's bringing him on, we're scoring goals, everyone's happy, and the main thing is that us, the fans, are going home happy. We're not starting with Fellaini, we're not bringing him on to try and, you know, like, let's throw the kitchen sink it and play the ball into the big man. We're playing him basically to give the rest of the team something to think about, and they've stepped it up and we're winning. So that's Fellaini Watch. That was Fellaini Watch, and this, now quickly we're going to go into the little game called What Did Kev Say? Last week's clip, this is what it was.
What, are you coming off fresh, rude boy?
Piece of piss. Also, I thought so.
What, are you coming off fresh, rude boy?
Yeah. Nobody got it right. Plenty of people had their say. Some of the best coming in were Hayden Burgess. He said hashtag what did Kev say, and his guess was, what you doing in my bedroom, boy? Cheeky monkey. Alex Rudd piped up with, what's the matter with you, boy, is my best guess, but it was obscured. One day I will be cool enough to get a shout out, be the envy of all my friends. You've just had a shout out. You were wrong, but you've got the shout out. Let's hear it once more. This was last week's.
What, are you coming off fresh, rude boy?
And we've made VanCam history because nobody got it right. I'm not even going to roll it over. The answer was, why are you coming on fresh, rude boy? Why are you coming on fresh, rude boy? Yeah? Told you it was easy. So, this week, let's change it. Get the comment section open, because it's the first person to get the sentence or the whatever right, word for word. Let's spin this shit. Get the comments open and get it in.
What did Kev say?
I really like the Spice Girls.
What did Kev say?
Yeah, that was What Did Kev Say? Get in the comment section if you think you know what I said, and you could get a shout out next week. Had to take the jumper off, man. I'm sweating me tits off. I'm sweating like the PSG president when financial fair play finally catch up with him. Anyway, we might as well move into the next segment of the show. You're probably wondering earlier why I was saying about Kev in Ireland, but I've turned it into a segment of the show, and this was, or is, Kevin Island. It is time for Kev in Ireland. I know what you're thinking, just bear with me, there is a United related story in here somewhere, I will get to it. But obviously I can't do Kevin Island all the time because I'm not always in Ireland. I do go there now and again for a little trip because that's where the wife is originally from. But my week in Ireland did bring up a United related story, like I just said, and repeating myself again. But between going to museums, looking at cannons, you know, balaclavas, sitting on a rock by the beach, drinking Guinness, eating potatoes, you know, there's only so much you can do in Ireland. It was great, but the best story come from Belfast Airport, which on the way home, get to the airport, and I've gone up asking, pint of Estrella, mate, and who's next to me at the bar? It's only Lee Sharp. Now, for anyone that's young enough not to know who he is, cracking player back in his day, probably underachieved, retired too early, but never really got much of a say in the team once Ryan Giggs, you know, burst in and all that. But Lee Sharp was a good player, and I've seen him, and I know I've got a picture on my phone of me and him from the cliff back from about 1993, maybe 94. Anyway, I thought, I'm going to go up to him, I'm going to show him the picture, I'm going to have the crack with him. See him saying cracks, I've been to Ireland, yeah. So I've gone over anyway. Lee, you know, I've gone over doing the Sharpie shuffle. I didn't, but that would have been probably a good idea to do. That would have been an icebreaker, but I didn't do the Sharpie shuffle. Gone up to him, Lee, how are you doing, mate? Sorry to mive you, I really don't want to mive you, but I've got a picture I want to show you from the cliff. Take a seat, sunshine. That's what he said. We sit down, bit of Estrella. So I show him the picture, I say, this is from the cliff, back in about 93, picture will come up here, and I said, you know, feel free to have a look through him. So he starts, he said, oh, that's a brilliant picture, swiping through that, he said, there's Les Seeley, God rest his soul, Ferguson, all these pictures of me as a kid at the cliff. So we're having a bit of a chinwag about his car. I said, what car were you driving then? He was like, an MR2, the crack was brilliant. And anyway, I said, can I get a quick picture with my son? Because I've been telling him who you are, because he didn't have a clue. There's the picture. Everything's going great. I'm having a drink, a pint with Lee Sharp. And then there's a shout over the tannoy. Flight, we'd already been delayed 2 hours by then. And next minute there's a shout, flight to Manchester, cancelled. EasyJet has cancelled the flight. Please find an alternative arrangements for the night. What am I going to do? And with my wife, my 2 kids, one of them's only 6 weeks old, we've got to find a hotel, pure miver, didn't know what to do, what angle to turn at. And just as I walked past, I said to Sharpie, overdoing the Sharpie shuffle again, no I didn't, said, Sharpie, I said, are you on the flight to Manchester, mate? Because we're mates now, we're like brothers from another mother, we're linked in. He said, yeah, I am. I said, have you not heard, mate? I said, it's been cancelled. He's drinking his whiskey or whatever he was on. He said, all right. So we're panicking, you know, as a family man. He's not got a care in the world. He said to me, I'll see you at the hotel bar. Sharpie wanted to meet me at the hotel bar for a pint. 1 week when we got there, we're worried about the kid, where are we getting milk from, baby grows, all this kind of nonsense. And Lee Sharp wanted a pint with Kev. Couldn't do it, didn't even see him again. But I obviously made it back, and that was my journey to Ireland. Hope you enjoyed that. That was Kev in Ireland. I had to fit it in, didn't I? Just purely because there was a Manchester United related story in there. So hope you enjoyed that. Next up, we're going to move into the bit of the show that gets people awful excited, really excited. Stop that now. It's time to bring back, well, we brought it back last week, the Louis van Gaal Follow Facts. This basically holds, this dossier has got all my extensive, intensive research that I have done through the week. Now, I go onto the computer, I'm checking all them stats, you know, players, you know, how many miles are they running? That's all that matters in football anymore, not the goals that are scored or the assists. We want to know how long these fuckers are running for, and, you know, whether they burn, you know, a percentage of body fat, you know, did they really sweat? You know, this is all that matters in football now. Stats, shitty stats. So, in the File of Facts this week, coming up is Leicester. And in the dossier, I have had a look at Leicester. And basically, Robert Huth is tall. So there you go, there's the first fact of the day. Second, and I laughed when I heard this as well, Leicester City, only a couple of seasons ago, won the Premier League. That's what the dossier says. Honestly, they won the Premier League. Now, you might be thinking, well, they did, and you're being a bit harsh on him, Kev, but this makes it even more funny is the fact that Liverpool have never won the Premier League and Leicester City have. You having that, Steve? Yeah. So, they have won the Premier League. It's incredible, isn't it? And they're rocking up at Old Trafford at 5:30, it says. Well, they won't be rocking up at 5:30 because they'll be late. But kickoff is at 5:30 on Saturday. Now, Jamie Vardy, he's a bit of a prick. I don't like him. And basically, the fans sing this song about Jamie Vardy having a party, bring your beer and bring your Charlie. Hull got relegated last season, and I firmly believe they got relegated because of that song, Mauled by the Tigers. And they do the thing with the claws. So now it's Leicester's turn. Leicester have the worst chant in the Premier League, this Jamie Vardy thing. Jamie Vardy is a pure bellend, he's a knobhead. And Jamie Vardy will not be having a party. The dossier says this. Jamie Vardy will not be having a party this Saturday anytime after 5:30. So that's good. The dossier is telling me that Man United are going to win this one. And we've come up with the stats. Here we go. Matic has run more in the 3 games or 2 games that he's played for Manchester United than Anderson ever did in his career at United. So there's your fact of the day. Listen, I am in a position to give you these stats and give you my expert analysis because I've told you before, I've played football at a high level. I played for the Fiddler's Green. I once hit the post from the halfway line. So that makes me, you know, it puts me in a position to be informing and educating you lot. That was the dossier. Dossier says Manchester United win. Robert Hoof's tall. Jamie Vardy is an absolute prick. Nice one.